Good morning, everybody, and welcome to the Lancaster County Board of Commissioners meeting for Tuesday, July 24th. For introductions, my name is Todd Wilchin. I am the chair of the county board this year. On my left, we have fellow commissioners Bill Avery and Deb Shore. On my right, we've got fellow commissioners Roma Amundsen and Vice Chair Jennifer Brinkman. Joining us this morning from the County Attorney's Office, we have Jen Holloway. From the County Clerk's Office, we have the County Clerk Dan Nolte and Monet McCollum. And from the County Board Office, we have our Deputy Chief Administrative Officer, Ann Ames. Now, if you please stand and join me for the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Mr. Clerk, would you please start the agenda?
A copy of the Nebraska Open Meetings Act is located on the wall at the rear of the hearing room. Additionally, a copy of all written material to be discussed at today's open meeting is available from the county clerk staff at the front of the hearing room. The material can also be viewed on the county's website at lancaster.ne.gov. Agenda item 1 are minutes. Approval of the minutes of the Board of Commissioners meeting held on Tuesday, July 17, 2018.
Move approval.
Second.
Okay, we have a motion and a second to approve the minutes from the last Board of Commissioners meeting held last Tuesday. Any discussion or correction? Hearing none. Mr. Clerk, please call the roll.
Avery,
Yes.
Brinkman,
Yes.
Shore,
Abstain.
Amundsen,
Abstain.
Wilchin.
Yes.
Motion carries 3 yes, 2 abstentions. Number 2, claims. Approval of all claims processed through July 24th, 2018.
Move approval.
Second.
Okay, we have a motion and a second to approve all claims processed through today. Any discussion? Please call the roll.
Brinkman,
Yes.
Shore,
Yes.
Amundsen,
Yes.
Avery,
Yes.
Wilchin.
Yes.
Motion carries 5-0. Number 3 is new business. 3A is a special designated license application from Little Water Bar and Grill, LLC, for a wedding reception at 17402 Bluff Road, Waverly, on Saturday, August 18th, 2018.
Move approval.
Second.
Okay, we have a motion and a second to approve the SDL for the Little Water Bar and Grill.
Is there anyone here to speak on this?
Is there anyone here? Would you please come forward? We have a few questions. And while you make your way up, normally we don't have a lot of questions if we are familiar with the applicant. So I think this is probably the first time you've applied for an SDL in Lancaster County.
Yes, in Lancaster County.
Yep.
We have had several in Seward County.
Okay, so yeah, if you want to go ahead and take the moment to introduce yourself and.
I'm Julianne Vadichka.
I'm Jim Vadichka, husband and wife.
And then you are owners of a
A little bar in Garrison, Nebraska.
okay.
Yeah, we've had the establishment, it's been 15 years, but we just became an LLC this last year. So,
And so some of the details about the actual wedding, it's going to be at the Camp Creek and their Snyder Pavilion. And so, and you guys have a liquor license, and you have the individuals who will be working this event will be certified.
It'll be, well, be us or.
Okay.
both of us will be working, and then our daughter and probably our son's girlfriend. And if we need, we're not sure if they want us to do also the non-alcoholic beverages. If they do, then we'll have another person also.
With the other events that you've held in Seward County, how are you checking IDs, making sure you're not serving underage? What type of?
We do wristbands for those that are of age, so in the past, every now and then you see someone, and it's like, how'd you get a wristband? Because our daughter is 20, she'll be 21 in February, and so she In Seward, we know a lot of the people, and so she can tell us, Mom, I don't think that person, you know, because sometimes there's somebody else that will give them a band. So then we got to go out and say, you know, I don't think you came up to us to get your ID checked, you know, and then we got to take the wristband away. So, but with us, we don't really know these people well. I guess somebody had canceled on them, and so we will check pretty much all the IDs, yeah, you know, except probably, you know, the bride's parents and aunts and uncles, but yeah.
How large is this event compared to other events that you've done?
Smaller, I believe. I think it's 250 to 300 is what they told us for, as far as people.
And you've done
we've
events
done-
larger.
Yeah,
Yeah.
600, 7, yeah.
In Seward, we did a wedding recently for one of Russ Moravec's son. I don't know if you know the name, Moravec Auctioneers. And yeah, they had over 500. So,
This is one of the smaller ones we'll have, but.
I'm done.
Okay. Any other questions? Okay. So we have a motion and a second to approve this SDL. Any additional discussion? Okay. Please call the roll.
Shore,
Yes.
Amundson,
Yes.
Avery,
Yes.
Brinkman,
Yes.
Wilchin.
Yes.
Motion carries 5-0.
Thank you.
Thank you.
B is a special designate license application for Myers Wine, Inc., doing business as Myers Cork and Bottle for reception at 11401 Van Dorn Street, Walton, on Friday, August 10th, 2018.
Move approval?
Second.
Okay, we have a motion and a second to approve an SDL application for Myers Wine. Any discussion? Please call the roll.
Amundson,
Yes.
Avery,
Yes.
Brinkman,
Yes.
Shore,
Yes.
Wilchin.
Yes.
Motion carries 5-0. C is a special designated license application for Myers Wine, Inc., doing business as Myers Cork and Bottle for a fundraiser at 3130 North 112th Street, Lincoln, on Saturday, August 25th, 2018.
Move approval.
Second.
Okay, we have a motion and a second to approve another SDL application for Myers Wine. Any discussion? Please call the roll.
Amundson,
Yes.
Shore,
Yes.
Brinkman,
Yes.
Avery,
Yes.
Wilchin.
Yes.
Motion carries 5-0. 3D is an agreement with Blue Valley Behavioral Health Crisis Response Counselors for after-hours screening and assessments on an on-call as-needed basis at the Youth Services Center. The county will pay $100 per hour for the services not to exceed $9,000. The term of the agreement is July 1st, 2018 through June 30th, 2019.
Move approval. Second.
Okay, we have a motion and a second to approve the agreement with Blue Valley Behavioral Health. Any discussion? Please call the roll.
Shore,
Yes.
Brinkman,
Yes.
Avery,
Yes.
Amundson,
Yes.
Wilchin.
Yes.
Motion carries 5-0. E is a memorandum of understanding with Fastenal Company using NASPO Value Point 8497 State of Oregon participating addendum, State of Nebraska 15002OC to provide facilities maintenance and repair and operations in industrial supplies. The term of the contract is from July 1st, 2018 through June 30th, 2019. The pricing will be pursuant to the NASPO Value Point 8497 State of Oregon's contract. The cost of county is not to exceed $2,500.
Move approval?
Second.
Okay, we have a motion and a second to approve the MOU with Fastenal Company. Any discussion? Please call the roll.
Brinkman,
Yes.
Avery,
Yes.
Amundson,
Yes.
Shore,
Yes.
Wilchin.
Yes.
Motion carries 5-0. F is change order number 1 to county contract C-18-373 with JJK Construction LLC to extend the project completion date of August 1st, 2018 to January 1st, 2019 for project 18-25.
I'm Dingman, Lancaster County Engineer. This is just really a formality because the project has been delayed, that we are changing this date, the completion date on the contract. And so it is a change order in order to get it in writing with the contractor. And so we're just going ahead and running it through the board.
Can you speak, because I know I talked to Chad yesterday about this bridge and the structure adjacent to it and the timing of the construction being done before harvest.
So this is Bridge H119. We're kind of in a time when, according to many of our constituents, there's no good time for construction. So I have constituents that are upset when we construct during school. I have constituents who are upset when I construct during planting season. And I have constituents who are upset when I construct when there's the possibility of harvest. And then I have environmental regulation that requires that I not construct unless I've already started construction between June 1 and July 31st. And so in this case, we're going to start on this project on August 1. We've been delayed due to contractor performance, and we did actually have trouble securing one of the pieces of right-of-way from one of the farmers who was very aware that he was creating the possibility of a delay. And so I really need to get in there and start this bridge on August 1st. I'm hoping that we can be done in 4 to 6 weeks. We can't wait any longer. If we were to get hit with a major rain in this basin and this bridge became critically damaged, it would be over $1 million to replace. And so we're going to start, and we're going to do our best to get it done as quickly as possible in order not to impact the surrounding neighbors.
Well, but that was kind of an oversimplification, because it's more complicated than that, because the only way that the farmers would be able to get into the fields is over this bridge, because this is the only access. The other bridge that is adjacent to it is a fracture critical bridge, and they're not able to use they're not able to use it for their farm equipment. This is the only way. And so, I mean, what guarantees do we have that the construction would be completed before harvest?
So the adjacent bridge, H120, is scour critical, fracture critical, and functionally obsolete, in addition to structurally deficient. So I'm very aware of the issues with this bridge. In fact, we did work on bridge H120 in order to secure it in place so that we could do the work on this major structure. And so, we're going to push the contractor to get done as quickly as possible, but I can no longer delay. And if I delay past harvest season, which could be well into November, then I run the chance of not getting this bridge done and then being delayed by spring rains again. And we have to get it short in. So my main concern at this point is making sure that the people who live in between these two bridges have access to their homes, and then getting this bridge shored up as quickly as possible. Do I have 100% guarantee that the contractor will be done? I don't. But we are going to hold the contractor to the criteria set forth in the contract, and we're going to get this bridge shored up.
Well, so do you know what would be our exposure if we were experiencing delays and the farmers were not able to harvest and their crops withered?
I'm not aware of I haven't calced our exposure to that. I've never calced anything like that. But we have to start this bridge now. It's urgent, it's necessary. I don't really have any other choices.
No?
Move approval.
Second.
Okay, we have a motion and a second to approve the change order to county contract with JJ Construction. Any additional discussion? Please call the roll.
Avery,
Yes.
Amundson,
Yes.
Shore,
Yes.
Brinkman,
Yes.
Wilchin.
Yes.
Motion carries 5-0. 3G is change order number 2 to County Contract C-18-261 with Yost Excavating, Inc. for head walls to be replaced with metal flared end sections for project 18-05 for a decrease of $6,810.90.
We've already talked about a previous change order to switch out our concrete head walls with metal in order to reduce the overall cost of the projects where applicable, and in order to get these roads open about 3 days sooner. And so this is our second contract where we're bringing forward and we're changing out some of those structures in order to be more efficient for the taxpayers.
Move approval?
Second.
Okay, we have a motion and a second to approve the change order number 2 with Yost Excavating. Any discussion? Please call the roll.
Amundson,
Yes.
Brinkman,
Yes.
Avery,
Yes.
Shore,
Yes.
Wilchin.
Yes.
Motion carries 5-0. H is change order number 2 to county contract C-18-199 with Tim Siskel Construction LLC for a value engineering study to use steel head wall in place of concrete head walls, cost savings in material costs, and a reduction in number of days the road is closed, thereby reducing sign and barricade costs by a minimum of 3 days per site for project 18-3 for a decrease of $5,189.92.
Move approval.
Second?
Okay, we have a motion and a second to approve the change order number 2 with Tim Cisco Construction. Any discussion? Please call the roll.
Avery,
Yes.
Shore,
Yes.
Brinkman,
Yes.
Amundson,
Yes.
Wilchin.
Yes.
Motion carries 5-0. Next is number 4, consent items. Utility print number 1612, allowing the city of Lincoln to install new sanitary sewer line from north 112th Street and Holdridge Street to the south side of 120th Street and O Street. There is no cost to the county. Amendments to the following contracts. County Contract C-14-385 with Nebraska Department of Administrative Services for printing and mailing services and a quick copy services. Interlocal agreement. The amendment renews the contract from July 16, 2018 through July 15, 2022. The cost of county is not to exceed $22,000. County Contract C-16-204 with JVC Kenwood USA Corporation using the State of Nebraska Contract Number 14305OC for public safety communication equipment. The amendment renews the contract from July 1st, 2018 through June 30th, 2021. The cost of county is not to exceed $45,000. Right-of-way contracts with the following. Millington Acres LLC, Northwest 27th Street and West Raymond Road in the amount of $361. Doug A. and Dawn E. Joe, Northwest 27th Street and West Raymond Road in the amount of $532. John and Marna Fuscher, North 84th Street and West Bluff Road in the amount of $40. Helen S. Bullinger, Revocable Trust, North 176th Street and Fletcher Avenue in the amount of $1,379. Kevin J. Havlick and Randa J. Tuma, Southwest 140th Street and West Sprague Road in the amount of $874. Diane L. Gropp, Southwest 72nd Street and West Sprague Road in the amount of $760. Randall L. Bronsworth, Bradley R. Bronsworth, Michael P. Fitzpatrick and Leslie J. Fitzpatrick, co-trustees. Michael P. Fitzpatrick and Leslie J. Fitzpatrick Family Trust, Southwest 100th Street and West Wetstruck Road in the amount of $433. U.S. Bank National Association, trustee Elizabeth A. Weaver Revocable Trust, Northwest 84th Street and West Bluff Road in a total amount of $231, and this is for 2 contracts.
Move approval of the consent items.
Second?
Okay, we have a motion and a second to approve the consent items. Any discussion? Please call the roll.
Brinkman,
Yes.
Amundson,
Yes.
Shore,
Yes.
Avery,
Yes.
Wilchin.
Yes.
Motion carries 5-0. Next is number 5, public comment. Those wishing to speak on items relating to county business not on agenda may do so at this time.
Good morning.
Good morning. My name is Kobe Mack. We're appearing today on behalf of the Lincoln Independent Business Association, and with me is Dustin Antonello. First of all, good morning, Mr. Chairman, Commissioners, beautiful day, and we want to start by thanking you for all the hard work that you as Commissioners have been doing preparing for the budget for the upcoming fiscal year. As you consider proposals for the county budget, we thought we would share a couple of concerns that we have seen so far, mainly about staff requests to significantly increase county staff and department budgets. The board was initially considering requests to add as many as 14 county employees. Also up for consideration was as much as $4.9 million in increases for the county engineer's budget. We appreciate that the board is engaged in talks to reduce the number of new staff down to 11, but we remain concerned about the number of new hires potentially out there. LIBA recognizes the resource constraints that the county is facing, especially the county engineering department as it continues to respond to the increased demand for road and bridge repairs. If additional funds are available without raising property taxes, you would certainly have our support in placing some of those funds into the roads fund and the bridge repair funds, and we all heard about more of your problems you have this morning. Today, we do want to spend just a moment talking about steps that we can take to reduce the high property taxes in Lincoln and Lancaster County. We feel that we have a rare opportunity right now to achieve some property tax relief for Lincoln, which makes up about 90% of Lancaster County. Last year, the Natural Resources District, the NRD, lowered its property tax levy, and they're expected to do that again this year. The Lincoln Public Schools staff has proposed lowering its levy by $0.015 this year. In addition to that, at least 3 members of the Lincoln City Council are pushing to lower the city tax levy by ½ cent. We're wondering if Lancaster County Commissioners could look at reducing your levy by about ½ %. If you start to add all of those reductions up, then we feel that as a community it'd be nice to see what might amount to a little bit more of a significant property tax reduction. So thank you for your time. We look forward to hearing more about the budget. You and your budget officer have been very transparent in everything going on this year. And we know there's a lot more work ahead, but we just wanted to kind of weigh in for a couple of minutes this morning, and that's all we have. Thank you.
Thanks. Anyone else wishing to speak on an item related to county business not on the agenda? Come on up. Good morning.
Good morning. For the record, Michael Reardon, appearing on behalf of Hidden Valley Road Improvement District. I'm an attorney here in Lincoln, and a little background, I've represented probably 10 of the 12 road improvement districts in the past. The reason I'm here today is we're having some discussions with the, I wonder, Dan, if I can give these to you to give to the commissioners. What Dan's passing out to you is the county standards, road improvement standards. Through this entire process, going back 15 years, the standard has always been 6-inch paving. And it still is, if you can see where I've underlined there on the, I think it's the second paragraph, the road improvement districts have all, to my knowledge, been 6-inch paving. You approved this district back in July of 2017, but I think it's helpful for me to give you a little description of what happens before the district is even approved. There's generally a core group of people that are promoting the paving of the roads in their subdivision. And obviously, they have meetings with as many of the neighbors as they can, and the first question is always, how much does it cost? How much is it going to cost us? So there's a lot of work that's done during that time prior to the establishment of the district as far as engineering, legal costs, and that type of thing. And the property owners have in mind what the special assessment will be against their property. Now we're being told that those estimates were based on 6-inch paving. Now we're being told by the county engineer's office that we want to go 7 inches. And frankly, with 23, 24, 25 property owners, that's going to sink the project. It won't go ahead if we have to add $40,000 to $50,000 of engineering and legal expense to the district. So the reason I'm here today is to get your approval to go ahead with the 6-inch paving. I just spoke with Pam. Apparently, she's not here, so that leads me to believe that, is she here? Oh, okay. Hi, Pam. So that's basically why we're here today. One of the things, I had a nice meeting with Pam, it's been a couple of weeks ago about this issue, and the county engineer has suggested going ahead with a study to look at the 6-inch paving and see if that would work, that type of thing. There's a special term for it, but that escapes me right now. But the figure originally tossed around for this study was $1,500. We're getting bids. We got one just the other day from Terracon. That's $5,000. So that's additional cost to the property owners out there. We don't think it's necessary. We think 6-inch. Our engineering firm Riga is saying 6-inch will do just fine. In the districts I've been involved in the past, I'm not aware of any major issues concerning 1 inch more of paving. So we're here today to ask you to allow us to proceed forward. We're running out of time, and if the district doesn't move ahead and the construction done this year, probably not going to happen. And that would be a shame, because we've got these people coming forward wanting to pave county roads, and we're anxious to get moving. Again, we would urge your support in the paving of 6-inch rather than 7-inch.
Well, we appreciate you bringing this to our attention. I think probably the most prudent thing for us to do is to schedule this item for a discussion at our staff meeting on Thursday. We really can't take action today because of the open meetings laws, and
Sure, I
that way
understand.
we can have a more detailed discussion with the county engineer to determine what the difference between those two standards are.
That's fine with me.
Okay.
Will there be public comment at your meeting?
Not like we have it set up here, but we would have you on the agenda. So
Okay.
it would be a discussion with you, with the county engineer. But yeah, but
That's this
it's not set up
Thursday.
like this, but it's more of a, like I said, working group type setting.
Okay.
So,
Thank
and we'll
you.
schedule that and give you a time
All right,
on
thank you.
Thursday. Thanks. Anyone else from the public wishing to make a comment about county business not on the agenda? Okay, Mr. Clerk, would you please continue with the announcements?
The Lancaster County Board of Commissioners will hold a staff meeting on Thursday, July 26, 2018, at 8:30 a.m. in the Bill Luxford Studio of the County City Building. The Lancaster County Board of Commissioners will hold its next regular meeting on Tuesday, July 31st, 2018, at 9 a.m. in Room 112 of the County City Building. County Commissioners can be reached at 402-441-7447 or commish@lancaster.ne.gov. The Lancaster County Board of Commissioners meeting is broadcast live on Link TV City. For the rebroadcast schedule, visit lincoln.ne.gov. Meetings are also streamed live on Link TV and can be viewed on YouTube.
Move we adjourn?
Second?
Okay, we have a motion and a second to adjourn. Please call the roll.
Shore,
Yes.
Avery,
Yes.
Amundson,
Yes.
Brinkman,
Yes.
Wilchin.
Yes.
Motion carries 5-0.
Okay, we are adjourned. Have a good week.